These fellows retreated to a parish, okay? And you had encircled it since Friday.
But you see,
let's
you are on speculation, Honorable. You are asking and giving answers.
No.
So why don't you keep your answers?
Yes.
Why don't you keep your views?
That's what
you are asking, and I am telling you. Then you are actually.
My friend,
then you would have kept your answers.
Friend, that's what I'm saying. By Friday, the attack happened on
Sunday.
On Sunday.
The Saturday. It can't be Friday.
For how long have
these conflicts escalated on Saturday morning?
The palace.
The killing of security forces happened on Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
When we neutralized them, they were neutralized. Just a moment, we were neutralized from all the sub-counties. They retreated on Saturday.
Okay.
When they retreated, negotiations started.
You encircled the palace.
We moved to the palace.
Let's move slowly. Let's move slowly.
Encirclement is different.
Okay.
We went to the palace and said, we are here. Look here.
Offend, I've listened
let
to
me
you.
explain this.
No, I've listened
Pursuing,
to you. Can you listen?
All right, so those are pictures coming to us live from our Uganda partner station NBS, and that was the spokesperson of the Uganda Police just talking about a wide range of security issues. Remember, there was that attack in the Rwenzururu kingdom where 55 people were killed. So we now want to cross over and speak to Solomon Serwanja, who's joining me live from Uganda, from our partner station NBS. Solomon, thank you so much for joining us this morning. First things first, is it true, can you confirm that our journalist Joy Doreen Bira has been released?
Well, what I can say for sure is I'm seated right next to the police spokesperson, Andrew Felix Kawesi, just to confirm the latest development on our very own Joy Doreen Bira, who was arrested yesterday. And, of course, many thanks for joining us right now. If you can just bring us up to speed, where is Doreen Bira and why was she arrested?
Joy Doreen Bira is at the police station in Kasese. She was arrested because I think she crossed the red lines. You know, in an operations, there are areas that are restricted. And the media was informed to keep away from those areas. I think she did not mind much about that. And the security picked her. And they were now asking her about the motive. Why was she not abiding by the standard operating procedures in that operation? But she's safe. I have talked to the operational commanders, and they are now right now processing a bond, a police bond, because I don't think she can only be told to go because they have a concern. Just to tell them what she was doing, and once they are satisfied, she will be free. And that will not take more than an hour because right now she's not in detention. She's with the police trying to explain what happened. So that's the latest. Well,
you had earlier on been on NBS television and you had told us that she had already been granted bail. By the turn of events?
No. She's out of the police cells. At least that one I've confirmed. And she's going to be given. They have not yet given the paper, the bond paper. But the principle is she's been granted a bond because that's the principle. Now, before she gets it, she's supposed to write a statement. She's supposed to explain a few things. And that's what she's doing. And I'm told in the next few minutes she will be out.
Which crimes did she commit for her? Isn't there freedom of the press to express how, as a journalist, to tell the story from that part of the country?
Well, nobody has stopped her from reporting whatever was taking place. But in any operation, security operation, there are standard operating procedures. Even an ordinary crime scene is protected. That's why we put cordon tapes, and is not that bars the public from accessing. So I think she was not very careful to abide by the standard operating procedures. But that's simple, and I don't think it should really cause an alarm. The unfortunate part is that when she was picked, none of us got to know about this. It is the operational forces that got her and kept her in the cells. If we had known, she wouldn't even have couldn't have slept in the cells.
Were you trying to manage the media and the way they were reporting that crisis in the Rwenzururu region?
Well, we are very open. We are giving all the details to the media, the details that are required about the whereabouts of the king, those arrested, the offenses that they have committed, their rights to freedom, all that is being given to the media. And we are going to continue giving this information as time goes by.
Perhaps before we can go deeper into this discussion, Joy Doreen Bira was arrested with 4 other people. What is their status right now?
Well, you are just telling me now the latest about it. All the concentration was on Joy Bira. If she was arrested with other people, certainly they will be bonded like she's going to be.
All right. Okay, fine. It's good to hear that Joy Doreen Bira will be given a bond. But let's talk about the whole crisis. You have dead bodies in front of the gate of the kingdom of Rwenzururu with the king, Charles Wesley Mumbere. Let's start with, where is the king right now and what is the way forward to this?
First of all, the king was evacuated. The security in crossfire operation with the king's guards managed to move in and rescue the king from where he had been besieged by his own forces. And he was got out of the place and brought to Kampala. Is in a police facility right now. Is safe. And then others who are arrested were also they are also detained in various police stations. The investigative units are working hard to prefer charges, which range from terrorism, murder, and incitement to violence. All these are options available for the investigating officers to prefer charges depending on who participated where and in which incident. So that's how we are.
There is a question on the use of force. Did you use, if you have about 55 civilians killed in the struggle, with people having machetes and people having bows and arrows, wasn't it an excessive arm of the police and the security forces, especially the UPDF?
Why do you say 55 people are killed? Are you saying the security forces killed are not people?
They are part of it.
They were killed by those terrorists. They were killed by those terrorists, and they were not carrying ordinary weapons as per se. They had a consortium of weapons, ranging from explosive devices to spears. They had guns. And now, how would you handle such a situation which was highly violent? They were cutting policemen. They were hacking them. And we lost 14 of them in a bloody kind of murder.
So what is the...
This, in response, of course, the security had to respond in a restrained way. If they had not restrained, we would have more people counted dead.
Well, there's word that there was some sort of negotiation because you had asked the king to surrender his royal guards and you were still discussing. Before that, then you opened fire.
First of all, when they killed the policemen and the forces closed to them and were neutralizing them, they retreated from the fields with their weapons and ran into the palace. And we started the protracted discussions with the king to get these royal guards handed over to the security personnel and their weapons. and he was given sufficient time to comply with that, which he never did, indicating that they had entered the palace to regroup and again come back to attack the security forces. So they had to use all the force necessary to, first of all, flush these guys out, get the king out of danger, and take over that palace and ensure that all the weapons that were kept there are confiscated. And that's what was done precisely, with a lot of precision, by the way.
And you set it ablaze, part of the palace ablaze.
No, it caught fire. Some parts caught fire because first it's grass-sacked. Some parts are grass-sacked, and whenever you have crossfire, bullets come with fire. So fire is inevitable, had to come.
In your own statement, you said that there is a deliberate move to, for the Mumbere and the kingdom cut off what they call the Ira Republic from the main part of Uganda. How true are these allegations, secession allegations?
The secession allegations can be proved because what else can take any sober-minded person to take up arms and fight the state? Is fighting the state with arms. If there are issues to do with economic inequalities or social development, there are very many avenues he can discuss these issues with the government. But he takes up arms to fight the state. When you attack the security forces, you have attacked the state. And they have been harboring this secessional ideology for quite some time. And they don't hide it. So this is the moment they had now decided to go full blast and maybe declare themselves independent out of Uganda by killing the security forces. And of course, when you kill the security forces, you have weakened the state. So that's what happened. And we couldn't just look on.
Well, as we conclude this discussion, what is the picture like in Kasese district right now as we speak, from the reports that you've been gathering from your different officers?
With the conclusion of the operation at the palace, the district is generally now calm.
I don't think so, because if the king has been withdrawn, then...
It's calm in a way that you can see normalcy of activities. Normalcy of activities that people are working. There was speculation that people have thrown their homes and have gone. They have gone as asylum seekers or migrants. I think that's not true. When you go, even people are in gardens digging. The shops are open. The business is normal.
I don't think normalcy is this.
It is normal. You better cross-check with your reporters who are there. It is normal. Even last night, all bars and entertainment places were all operating.
I will treat that with a pinch of salt.
Take it that, yes, there's still some tension because the king is with us. And the king, much as we rescued him, he has issues to explain, because if he's found to be a masterminder of all this, he will be charged with those treasonous cases.
Say that again.
The king, if it's proved that he's a masterminder of all this violence, he will be charged with treason for his actions.
Where does this leave the relationship between government and...
He is not above the law. He's not above the law. He is under the law. And the government has a legitimate responsibility to protect people and to bring whoever wants to cause all this kind of nonsense to book. So he's responsible. If it is proved that he had a direct hand in the training and arming these people, he will be charged.